Okay, so here we have the TFT 200 at the hanger. Here's our outlet, main hot water outlet and cold water inlet. If we follow this pipe, we'll just find that it's connected to the supply side of both manifold feeds. So zone 1's over here, zone 2's up there. There's going to be a circ pump for each one, and that's what we're seeing here. So the pump up there is our circ pump for zone 1. So again, this is all on one circuit. Comes in through the hot water here, you got a pressure accumulator here. You don't strictly need a secondary circ pump to flow everything. You can. Comes over here, there's the circ pump for number 1 with a ball valve on either side. Water out from there, and that flows to the zone 1 manifold. And then here's our zone 2 circ pump. So it comes off the main feed, goes here, goes up, and supplies for upstairs. So once you have all of the water flowing where you want it, and again, as long as these pumps are after you tee the hot water, you're fine. Just make sure that they're on the right one. You'll wire the 110 volts from the zone pump to your taco. Once you've got that wired into the taco, you're going to need one of these valves on the end. So after it comes out of the return, the next thing you're going to want in line is one of these zone valves. The zone valve is going to talk straight to the taco. So this is going to give voltage to this via a thermostat. Once that happens, the taco will excite the lead lag inside of this, which I'll show you in a second. So there's a separate relay in here for zone 1 and zone 2. The only thing this thing does is takes a signal from your thermostat and it engages the low voltage zone valve and the high voltage pump at the same time for that one particular zone. So when the thermostat tells this board to fire zone 1, all it's doing is opening this valve and firing this pump up, as well as sending a regular thermostat signal to the boiler to fire it up as well. So that's the same for zone 1, zone 2. There's just another zone valve for zone 1. So now I'll open this thing up and I'll show you electronically where it goes and kind of what sort of signal it's going to expect. So in here, we've got the W wire from the taco hooked up to pin 5, which is channel 1, and we have the R ganged up on the R. So that's a standard 24 volt thermostat signal coming from the taco controller, not from the thermostat itself. So I'll send you a snapshot of this as well, but this is the diagram for how Dale's hanger is set up, and this is a really simple 2-zone. So if you had all of your house zone valves and pumps on one zone, you could just wire it all like this. So have both main floor circulation pumps and both main floor circ valves all kind of paralleled together on one zone in the taco. Then you had your garage on the other. You could do it that way. Otherwise, if you have a 3-zone taco, you could just get another zone valve and wire the circ pump differently. So all we're really doing is using thermostats to trigger the zone valves. So we're using the W's on the zone valves for that. The zone valves are then triggering the taco. The taco is then triggering the pump and the boiler. And Bob's your uncle. There's your heat. So again, if you freeze frame this and follow it, this is how you set up Honeywell Wi-Fi thermostats or any modern thermostat to control a multi-zone hot water system. So circ pumps, thermostats, boiler, the taco. This is a separate 24 volt AC transformer. I did this just to power the valves and the thermostats without kind of taking down the transformer that's actually integrated in the TFT Trinity boiler. It's just kind of a good insurance. It should make it last a lot longer. So this is quick and dirty how I would probably do it at your house. So you got your hot water coming out of your boiler. That immediately feeds to both pumps, both the garage and the house pump. And this is set up just having the whole house on one thermostat. You could break this out with another zone valve and another pump and another thermostat, but just for ease of demonstration. So hot water out to the pump, then that feeds into both output manifolds, so both the hot manifolds. Once it comes through the loop into the cold, then it comes into the zone valve, and then back to the cold, like that on the other side too. The only control aspect you need is your zone controller, which again, it starts with the thermostat. I would recommend supplemental 24 volt AC thermostat transformer just to power this. It just takes the load off the system. The only wires that are gonna come out of there are R and W. R is your common wire that is just sort of the ground for every signal. W is the heat. So between those two is a trigger. Those go straight into your zone valve. It should be labeled. If not, I can tell you how to wire the zone valve. And then it comes out of the zone valve into R and W on the Takaro boiler controller. And when it sees that signal is closed, then it'll trigger the 110 volt circ pump. It'll open up this zone valve, which is just a spring-loaded electro valve, and then it'll also trigger the channel 1, which is the W signal, and it'll ground that to the R. All R's and all circuits here are going to be wired together. So if something's not working, make sure that's the case. But again, same for the garage as it is for the house. It's a pretty simple circuit, but that should do what you need.